girls, yeah, it's a podcast. Two dope girls, yeah, we speaking all facts. Two dope girls, yeah, we got it, just relax. Two dope girls, hit like, subscribe that. Two dope girls, and we on it, never slack. Two dope girls, and we got each other back. Two dope girls, and we coming for the cash.
Two dope girls, and we all about a bag.
Hey.
Two dope girls. Dope girls. Hi. Hey, Gracie.
Hi, LaDonna. Hey, how are you?
Girl, black.
We're here. Happy New Year. Happy 2021.
Living, breathing. I'm good.
Surviving.
I know. How about you, girl?
I am doing great. Happy 2021. How was your week? How did you bring in the new year?
Girl, with my babies in the bed in matching pajamas.
Oh, that was sweet.
This is my first time in a long time being in Birmingham, Alabama for New Year. But I definitely enjoyed being with my baby. So,
well, that was sweet. Cool. And that's it. That's all you did for the new year.
Literally, like I cleaned Friday once I worked first, got off of work, cleaned. Once I finished cleaning, went to get them some pizza. And we came home and my bestie brought me a little ballet that I'm finishing up.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, we just chilled. Like I said, it was my first time, but I'm trying to be corona free in these streets.
Hello. Look, you talking about corona free in these streets. We were out in these streets at a wedding for New Year's Eve.
Let me tell you something. You was fine, baby.
You're so silly.
You was fine, friend. You was fine. You gave them hell like that wedding.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you. But honestly, it was a really, really sweet wedding. It was a really beautiful wedding. They had like their social distancing down pat. It was in the convention center, so they had like two seats and then like seats of 3 and then seats of 2 and then seats of 3, and they were really, really spaced out. So that was cute. And they had hand sanitizer. They had masks for everyone if they didn't have a mask. And even when they the wedding party went in the reception area, everybody had on their mask. The only time they didn't have on their masks was in the ceremony, the wedding party. So it was still cute. It was really, really nice. And then right after the wedding, we went to New Orleans and saw our family. Just a quick little drive-by to say hello.
The wedding?
The wedding was in Mobile.
Mobile, okay.
So since we're in Mobile, we just hopped over to New Orleans.
Absolutely. So you had a good weekend.
I did. We had a really good weekend. Yeah, we went to a museum too, called Studio B.
Okay.
It is like a really, really cool museum. So if you guys are in New Orleans, go to Studio B. It's amazing. Loved it.
I'm sure I'm going to make you take me. I love New Orleans. I haven't been since Essence Festival of probably 2008 or 9.
Dang, really?
Yeah,
we need to go back.
Yeah.
It looks weird though, because now it's supposed to be Mardi Gras time, and they had a lot of people in the street, but they didn't have as many people in the street as they normally would. So it's kind of weird. And then the bars and everything, they do. I've never heard of a last call ever in my life in New Orleans, but last call is at 11 o'clock.
That's
and
how
I'm
it
like,
is.
I'm like, you can't get alcohol in New Orleans past 11 o'clock. Are you kidding me? But I understand because they do want to make people safe.
Yes. I forgot. I went with Whitwit before our cruise.
Okay.
But we there like a couple of hours just to sleep in to catch the cruise in New Orleans. But we didn't really get to fully enjoy. But we did have a really good night.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm all for a New Orleans trip. You just let me know when you're ready.
Girl, I'm ready. But we can go in the springtime when it gets really warm, and then they'll have like all kind of festivals, so that way we can do stuff outside. And hopefully this COVID would have subsided more so than it has already.
I know.
Because I'm sick of it already.
Sick of
sick of. We're going on like almost a year of being quarantined due to COVID. Can you believe that?
Yes.
I'm getting cabin fever. Like even doing this, like we would never have to do this Zoom. We would always just be in person. It wouldn't be any, just, hey, let's meet up.
Right. People don't sit down. And if you gotta go out, wear your mask. I don't understand what the problem is with wearing your mask.
Right.
Like you have family, and I'm sure you got family at home. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you have somebody you want to keep safe other than yourself. Right. Why are you,
when I go on the streets, I wear a double mask, and I am not ashamed. I will put on 2 masks.
I don't understand.
As long as I can breathe, I ain't passing out, I'm good to go.
Right. Shit. Wait a minute.
Okay, we are so we're going to go ahead and get into a little game, but before we get into the game, we have a little guest with us. Who do we have with us?
My best friends.
Hello. Hey, hello, who is his best friend? What is her name? Tell me about her.
Yes, this is Whit, better known as Whitney Barnes.
It is I am her. She is me.
Yes, you look beautiful. You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank
you. And the girls are out.
I'm excited
How
to
are
be
they?
here.
How are you and the girls? Hey, girls.
We are doing good, as you see, sitting up right and tight. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We're doing good. I didn't really want to expose you guys. I don't want to give y'all too much, but I'll give y'all a little bit.
You know what I'm saying?
Keep you guessing.
So Whitney is here with us because we're going to talk to Whitney about dating in your 30s, because prior to this episode, we talked to LaDonna's close friend, Freddie, and we talked about him dating in his 30s as a male. So now we're going to get Whitney's perspective, because Whitney's a single mom.
Mm-hmm.
And
which is different altogether.
Yeah.
Going into the dating field, being a single mom. Yeah.
So we're going to talk to her about dating in your 30s as a single mom. But before we get to that, we are going to go ahead and do what? Get
play
into this game. We're going to play a little game with her to break the ice, even though we really don't need to break the ice with because
I love games, though. I'm down for a game. I'm down for a good old game.
About this one.
Yes. Okay, so LaDonna, tell them about the game.
Okay, y'all, this is a legendary game. Everybody has played it. Fuck, marry, kill.
Yes.
Okay.
It's very self-explanatory. Who you gonna fuck, who you gonna marry, and are you gonna kill them off? Let's get this party started. Who wants to go first? Who has a guy they want to throw out there?
Let's let our guest go first. Go ahead, Whitney.
Tyrese.
You go first.
Tyrese. Okay. I want to fuck him.
Okay. Wait, give us 3 people.
Jody, he was like Jody. Jody.
Give us 3 people.
I just see he just back on the market, y'all. So,
okay.
I'm saying, holla at me, Jody.
Well, okay. So I thought the game goes, you ask 3 people and you have to tell me who you want to fuck, who you want to marry, who you want to kill.
Oh, so I gotta have 3
You
people.
have to ask LaDonna, me and LaDonna, who would we want to fuck, marry, or kill?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So you throw out 3 names to us.
I gotta give y'all 3 names.
Give us 3 names.
So I would do. Okay, so Grace.
Mm-hmm.
Out of these 3 people, Therese Gibson, Morris Chestnut, and Israel Elba. Am I saying his name right?
Idris.
Idris Elba. Okay.
3 fine specimens.
Fine.
I would.
Yep. Think of him. Come on.
I think I'd marry Morris because he's discreet. I didn't even know he was married all of this time. So I'd say I'd marry Morris. I'd fuck Idris. And then I'll kill Tyrese. I could do without Tyrese. I mean, he's fine in chocolate, and I love chocolate man. Let
me tell you, LaDonna. Your drawers off, girl.
Yeah, that's true.
I would definitely marry Idris Elba. I love a man with swag. Yeah. So it has a great amount of swag. And he looks like he's packing. So we're just going to get over on that one. But anyway,
okay.
I would marry him. I would definitely fuck Morris because he seems like he's so like just touchy-feely, like just
like passionate.
Yes, so passionate.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely kill
Tyrese.
Tyrese seems like he's a little crazy.
Okay, so we're
That's why
in agreement with Tyrese.
That's why I said I want to fuck him. I don't want to marry him. Just want to see what he talking about. I want to see if he Jody still.
Okay, well, who you gonna kill then?
Okay, I would kill. Ooh, I don't want to kill none of them.
Got to.
Okay, so I will fuck Therese, marry Morris.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. Dang. Out of Morris and Idris, I guess I would have to kill Therese then.
See?
I told you.
He gotta go.
He gotta go.
You put him up against two real grown men.
He gotta go. I would marry Morris. I would fuck Idris, and I gotta kill Jody.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask both of y'all mine.
Okay.
And it's the grown man edition.
Okay,
so Tay Diggs, Lorenz Tate, Morris Chestnut.
Ooh.
Who we doing? Listen, let me tell you. Oh, can I answer?
Oh, I want to answer.
You said Tay Diggs.
Lorenz Tate, Morris Chestnut.
Oh, okay. I already
love Jones, girl.
I already know I'm gonna kill Tay Diggs. I'm just gonna get him out. Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. He like white women. I'm gonna kill him. Okay.
Does he not? Does he really?
Yes, he does.
Oh.
Yes, he does. Ben like him.
There's nothing wrong with him being with a white woman, but I'm just saying I'm clearly not his type, so I'm gonna kill him.
Yeah, okay. Right.
Okay.
Right. So then Lorenz Tate, I'm gonna fuck and marry him all day long. And who's the other one?
Morris.
I fuck Morris. But I'm definitely marrying Lorenzo Tate.
I'm ditto. I'm ditto.
Yeah.
With you, friend. I'm ditto.
Yeah.
I'm with you when you're right, friend.
I think I'm the same.
I love Lorenz Tate off Love Jones. I'm still stuck in the character. Love Jones, and then he was on Girls Trip.
He does not age.
Love him even more.
He does not age at all. He does not.
He little bitty. He wee. He is wee.
What he
is wee. Okay. But
but Morris, he ages well too now.
He got grown man.
Morris ages well too.
He's a real grown man. He's real grown man. Mm-hmm. I love that about him.
Wow.
But okay. I like a little edge, so that's why I'm gonna go with Lorenzo Tate.
Yeah. You keep saying Lorenzo.
Oh, is it just Lorenzo? I'm sorry.
Don't call him Lorenzo in bed because he gonna get mad at you.
And you ain't trying to marry me. You don't even know my name.
Hello. Get out of here.
Okay.
Lorenzo Tate. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right, okay. Who you got?
Okay, so I'm gonna come with the young edition.
Okay.
We got Future. We got Chris Brown. Or Tyson Beckford.
Tyson Beckford is not in that young edition.
He's already grown man.
Grown man.
Okay, hold. Well, let me do this because I can switch this up. Future, Chris Brown, or Lil Bow Wow.
Let me go first.
I'm about to say, do you want? I'm gonna let you go.
First. I'm gonna go and kill Lil Bow Wow.
Okay.
I'm gonna go and kill Lil Bow Wow.
Kill him off.
Kill him.
You said Future. I would fuck Chris Brown because he going through some things, but I'll marry him.
I don't even care if he look like he going through some things. I already see what it look like, so I want to go ahead and do that. Yeah, let's go
you
ahead.
was having Rihanna going through some things, baby.
No, we can't talk about her.
I know.
No, we
don't. He put Rihanna down through there, so he got to be working with something.
He working with something. I already know how he dance. He working with something. Man dance like that. That man put it down, put it down. Yeah. He gonna put it down. I'm falling in love. He gonna put it down. I'm falling in love.
That's where that came from.
Yes.
All right. Wait. Go ahead.
I'm definitely going to kill off Lil Bow Wow.
Oh yeah, kill him off. Yeah.
Definitely going to kill off Lil Bow Wow. I think I'm going to. Unfortunately, I'm going to marry Future.
It ain't gonna last. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it ain't gonna last.
Because Chris, I don't think he's stable enough to stay committed. And Future
might be.
He might be.
Of the two, which one do you think will be more committed? Come on now.
I think
So
Chris
did you
Brown
see the
would be
last picture of Chris Brown?
Exactly. So that would be the person I would want to marry.
That's true.
Chris Brown?
Future just wouldn't want to do nothing to Future. But if it was
Don't.
between him and Lil Bow Wow, I would definitely kill off Lil Bow Wow.
Definitely
Yeah,
so.
me too.
Lil Bow Wow got the little man syndrome.
He do. Anybody have another?
Okay, wait, what you got? What you got next?
Okay, let's do let's see. Who am I feeling? She took my Chris Brown one.
You could do him
Okay,
again because I got
so-
him on another one of my lists, my young edition.
I was like, you took my Chris Brown. Okay, so I like Chris Brown. How about let me go? Y'all want me to go back?
You can do whatever you want to do.
Go back.
I'm gonna go back because I used to have a little crush on him back in the day. I'm gonna go Chris Brown, AI.
Oh,
Remember AI?
What?
Did you better
I
not say
was crush
Nelly?
on AI back in the day. Okay,
You
so
better
Chris
not say
Brown, AI.
Nelly. Friend, you better not say Nelly.
Oh, but and Nelly, girl.
Okay,
I
so
had
which
a crush
one?
on AI, and I still got a crush on Nelly.
Nelly, I'm telling you.
So who you got?
Band-Aid
Nelly
and
fine.
everything.
So who you got?
Band-Aid on.
Who you got, LaDonna?
Okay, so I'm going to marry Nelly.
Ooh. Yeah,
For sure.
Nelly fine.
Okay.
For sure. AI will definitely. Oh, who was the first one?
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
Oh, we're gonna kill Chris Brown off. We
Again?
grown men. Yeah, we like grown men over here. So
Okay.
we'll kill off Chris Brown. I'm going to fuck AI, and I'm going to marry
Nelly.
who's like
Nelly. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna have to kill off Chris on this one. I'm gonna kill off
You
Chris.
got to.
I have to. And then I'm gonna go ahead and fuck AI and then marry Nelly.
Damn.
That's
I think it's unanimous.
okay.
It's
So
unanimous. It's
I have
unanimous.
I have another young addition. I have another.
Okay, go ahead.
Chris Brown is on this one again.
Okay, Chris Brown, because he's popular. You know, he
Yeah.
hitting right now. He hitting.
Okay, so Chris Brown,
Okay.
Young Berg,
Okay.
and Omarion.
I'm definitely going to kill off Young Bird. I will fuck Omarion because how he did April, he don't seem like he does well with commitments and relationships. And I would definitely marry Chris Brown on this one.
Okay, so I disagree. I don't know what happened with April and Omarion, but
that's their business.
Right. But I think that he handled it with grace because he didn't never take the tabloids with it. He did what he had to do.
We're not even getting on how he handled it. We talking about how he broke up with this lady.
But I don't even know what had happened.
I don't know what happened either. What happened?
So I can't judge that man on that. So what I'm gonna do is it was Young Bird. I'm gonna kill him off.
Yeah.
Because he ain't really talking about nothing. I will fuck Chris Brown and marry Omarion.
Okay, I would definitely probably marry Omarion.
Yeah.
Because he's like so zen and we
He
can vibe. We can meditate in a garden together.
Yes.
I would kill off Young Bird and then I would fuck Chris Brown again.
Yeah. I see that. I think I have one more.
Okay.
Let me come up with my head one more time.
This is all out of whack, but I'm just gonna throw these three out there.
Okay.
Ooh, do I wanna? Okay. The Baby. Tyson Bedford. And Jason Taylor.
Oh, the game. Not even the game, but Jason.
That is the love of my life.
Okay, so wait, who else was it besides Tyson?
It's The Baby.
Oh, The Baby.
Tyler Perry.
I'm gonna kill Tyson.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't say Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry. I'm about to say what the hell?
Tyler Perry, kill him.
This is the wrong one.
That's a good one. That man making millions. He has an empire.
He ain't making
He
millions.
does,
He's
but
making
I don't think
billions.
he gonna do me right in the bedroom though. I don't know about that fool.
I don't know
But
about that
since
one.
I can
He
live the
don't
life
lie with me though.
that I've always wanted. I can live the life that I always wanted.
You
Anyway,
definitely can do that.
Oh, I don't know.
But
That's
you're gonna be
hard.
sidelined. You're gonna be sidelined on Chris Brown at the table.
Like, where are you going? Who you going with?
You're gonna be
Right.
sidelined Chris Brown at the table if you married if you marry Tyler Perry, you're gonna be side-eyed AI and Chris Brown at the table.
Everybody.
So that's who you want to be with. Because you know he's gonna do something for you.
Agreed. You're right.
Okay, so give me the first one again. It was
Tyson Bedford. It was the baby. And
the baby Tyson
Taylor, better
and
known
the game.
as the game.
Okay, I'm already outside fucking the game.
Okay.
Killing off Tyson.
Okay.
I'll marry the baby.
What?
He be beating women.
No, does he?
Does he beat women?
Did you see him slap that girl on camera?
I don't know. We both looking confused.
I thought
I don't know.
I'm just kidding.
I thought that was him, but I may be wrong. I thought that was him.
Let's say he didn't.
Right.
Let's say he didn't. I don't want to put that out there.
Because this is a game.
Yeah, we gonna,
okay. So
we gonna keep it there.
I would definitely fuck JTN the game.
Okay.
Take him down through there.
You won't even be my friend no more, but that's okay.
I would marry Tyson and I would kill off the baby.
Okay.
I would marry Tyson. I don't really know what he about other than Marlon game. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know what he about.
Yeah.
But he look like he might be very stable and make, you know what I'm saying, the baby. He might marry me.
He
and 2 months later,
unstable
we might
for
be
sure.
divorced. You know what I'm saying? He all right. The game already know he a hoe.
I like his personality.
He been telling me he was a hoe.
I like his personality.
What you about. So that's how I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, I like that.
I got one more old man edition.
Okay.
Old man edition.
And then wait, if you think of one more, you can do it. Well, not old man edition. I'm gonna say fine man edition. Okay.
Okay.
So we have Shamar Moore again. I don't know if we said Shamar Moore before. So Shamar Moore, Genuine, and Tank.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So who we got? Who we got?
I'm fucking Genuine. I'm fucking Genuine because I'm so anxious.
Can I marry all of them?
I know. It would be nice. That would be nice.
So who you said Genuine?
Shamar Moore, Genuine, and Tank.
I'm marrying Tank, fucking Genuine, and I'm killing out
Shamar Moore.
That was a good one, friend. That's probably what I would have did. Yeah, I would have married. I think I would have married Genuine because he's shown himself to be in a long relationship. You know.
Well, who?
Well, Soleil.
Soleil. He was married to her forever.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yes. So I would marry him, and then I would definitely fuck Tank because he let me know in his song that he know what to do.
He know what to do. And he did a podcast on it too.
Did he?
He did an interview on it too.
What did he say?
His butt ate?
Yeah, he was talking about how he was doing fellatio to the women and where you focus on.
Oh yeah.
He knew exactly what to focus on. He said he was doing all this work and he telling the men, you ain't got to do all that work if you focus on
need to know where to go.
One part of the body. He know what he doing, sis. he already been schooled.
So he definitely cannot be killed off at all. We have to treasure him.
He cannot.
We have to treasure him.
Right. But we definitely cannot kill off Shamar Moore. Yeah.
He's fine. He be dancing up on Instagram and stuff, but
yeah, he do.
I've loved Genuine all my life.
All my life.
I've loved Genuine all my life with his baby hair and his what is it? His little Jerry curl. but I
had a poster back in the day for the Word Up magazine.
Me too. That was the first CD my brother had ever given me. Was like the first CD I ever owned. The first CD ever was Genuine, and my mom, and it was like explicit. But that I listened. I know that's every song from beginning to end on that CD. Still to this day.
We thought I got a good one, y'all. Y'all ready?
What's up?
Yep.
Okay, so this is like a no judgment zone, right?
Right.
Okay, so y'all know where I'm finna go with this one.
What girl you got?
But it's gonna be all over the place on the record scale, right?
Okay.
I'm gonna throw in Tank.
Okay.
R. Kelly.
Ooh.
And Ghost. Amarian.
You gonna kill off R. Kelly?
Kill him. He gone. We're not doing that. He's gone. He is
R.
dead.
Kelly gone. We going to who you said? Tank and who else?
And Omarion Ghost, Our Power. Because he a fine specimen, y'all.
Oh, Omari Hardwick?
Okay.
I'll
fuck him because he like white women too. That means he don't like me. So
that's
I mean, he has a white wife. Okay. So
he does.
That doesn't mean okay, we're not gonna go there. I don't think that means that he just specifically likes white women. He's been with her forever. You know he go to bat for her.
He do because she be looking kind of hard by the face.
Exactly. That's why I didn't want to say that. I don't want to say that, friend, but yes,
she has a very strong face.
She does, but
we're not doing that.
He definitely doesn't want to upset her friend. He definitely doesn't.
She's gonna back though. She
definitely gotta do right by her.
She gonna go ahead and with her back.
She gonna go ape shit on him. Right. Right. Yeah.
But we love her. I don't know her.
I'm going to fuck him and I'm going to marry Tank.
Yeah.
Tank and make sure my life is fulfilled for the rest of my days.
Sexually, absolutely.
Okay, Grace, what you got going on?
You agree, Grace? You agree, Grace?
I agree. Yes, absolutely.
You agree? Okay.
Marrying him. Yes, for sure.
But you don't want to kill off R. Kelly, do you?
I do want to kill off R. Kelly. Why not?
He do like little girls, though. You know what I'm saying? But back in the day, before I even found out he liked the little girls.
Turn off. Hello.
But before I even knew that R. Kelly, because I went to bat for R. Kelly. Let me tell you, I really did go to bat for R. Kelly. And then this recent stuff that came out, I was really heartbroken that I was like, I felt like I was tired of it.
I'm for you. Did you not hear me fight for you?
I voted for you, R. Kelly. You were nasty.
I know.
You were nasty. Some of them.
I was just having a conversation.
Back in the day, I probably would have fucked him. But
right. Well, yeah. Now, because that music.
He gotta go. He in the trash. I was always gonna marry Tank though.
I miss his music.
This was a good. I love this game. This game is something for your girlfriends.
Definitely so.
Yes, it gets the mood going because we know we love when we're talking to our girlfriends. We love to talk about men we ain't even close to getting.
We ain't even close to, but we feel like if they know us,
that don't mean we couldn't. No, that don't mean we couldn't. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean you can't.
Yep. Yes. So we are being able to talk to Whitney about not only dating in her 30s, but dating while being a single mom in her 30s, which I can only imagine will be difficult because how do you know it's so much going on now in the world? You don't know who to trust. You don't know who's real, who's genuine, who's authentic. Like I can only imagine the things that go on through your mind, the thoughts that go on through your mind when you are really thinking about putting your energy into a guy. So me and Grace have some questions we just want to ask you. They're kind of similar to the questions we asked Freddie because we wanted it to be a level playing field as far as our listeners, how they take in his responses and your responses.
Right.
So I guess I can start.
Go ahead.
Okay, let's see. So we'll start with something very mild. What is your ideal first date?
My ideal first date is, something that I can have fun on, something that breaks the ice, something that breaks the ice as long as we can have a genuine conversation. So it probably would need to be like a 2-part date. As far as like something that we can do, something fun that I can let my hair down and break the ice. And then later on, probably go up to dinner where I can really have a conversation and see where your head is at. Because if we're doing something fun, I'm not necessarily talking to you. I'm just having fun with you. But I do need to break the ice because sometimes you're so caught up into trying to look cute and hopefully that he'll like me, that you're nervous on the first date. Yeah. So if I know the person or it's not a blind date, then I would definitely want to just go over to, I want him to romance me. I want him to court me. That is my
rather it be a blind date? Would you rather it be a blind date or would you rather it be someone that you know?
I want it to be somebody that I know, that I'm comfortable with, because I don't like
blind date.
I would rather blind date too. I want to know. I would be excited about the person. If the person is setting me up, do you really know me enough to know who to set me up with? I would rather.
I've never looked at it like that. I've never looked at it like that, but the nerve factor will still be there.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the nervousness, whether you know the person or not. Because if you know the person,
depends on who I want to hook me up with my date, though.
Yeah,
I got some girlfriends. I'm like, don't hook me up on.
Would you let LaDonna hook you up?
Me up on a date. I feel like she knows me well enough.
Okay.
Where if she hooks me up with somebody that I feel like, okay, I would be very nervous and probably, prim and proper at first, but then I try to feel that person out, and then I will be able to, put my guards down, because I was like, okay, LaDonna know me. He kind of fly. She kind of know me a little bit.
Okay, so you say that. So LaDonna asked you about your ideal date. So what about your ideal person that you would want to go out on a date with? Like, does he have to be like blue collar? Can he be does he have to be corporate? Can he be blue collar? Does he have to have like a regular 9 to 5? Does he have to be an entrepreneur? Like, who is your ideal guy? Like, what does that look like?
Okay, so my ideal guy does have to be financial stable. Okay. I don't want no, at this point in time with kids in the game and I'm a grown woman and I'm handling my own, this person that does need to come in my life has to be able to take home my responsibilities. Right. I definitely want that. It doesn't have to be blue collar. He could be entrepreneur status. I love a good hustler, because I know that if I have a good hustler, then that means he's going to grind all day to make sure that if I was to take ill, or if I was to be, be pregnant or something that would cause me not to be able to work a couple of months, that I know that I would be able to have a roof on my head and my kids will be fed. Right. So I definitely want that. So my ideal person would need to be someone that is financially stable, somebody that is people and family oriented. I do want him to be I want him to be able to make me laugh. I also want to be able to pray with them, and I want to cry with them. I want to be able to have a conversation with them.
Yeah. When you find him, you let me know, girl. I'm here. I'm sitting out here. Yeah.
He sound perfect.
He sound perfect, don't he, friend? It ain't no perfect man, but I know my boy ass is out there.
He is. He definitely is.
He is. I mean, I was sitting here like, yes. Yes.
Definitely.
You got us in La La Land over here.
I want to be able to laugh with him, and I want to be able to cry with him and pray with him.
But that is true, because I can say the same. Like, when we think about it, in like the most romantic sequence, but at the same time, you do know who the person who you're with, and you know how you can be with them. And if that person if you're okay with being vulnerable and that person is okay with being vulnerable with you, I think that's great. That's lovely.
But I say that because I was in a relationship and I didn't know that I hid my authentic self until my friends noticed it and told me. For instance, just to tag on, I was never able to go to the restroom or pass gas. I was never able to do certain things in front of that person, because I cared what they thought about me, and I didn't want to be embarrassed.
But how long would it take you to do that? Because it took me a long time.
It took me a long time to have my first child.
So with me and Sean, we've been together for so long that that's just second nature.
Right.
But if I was to be with someone else, I wouldn't know where to start, yo.
Right.
Start using the restroom, because some dudes are not mature enough to be like, women use the restroom.
You get with somebody else, you get so comfortable, you leave the door open and you doing number 2, and he looking like,
what are you doing?
I can't be cute all the time.
Like, sir, I'm about to be 40 years old. You take it or leave it. What you gonna do?
Take it or leave it. That's how I feel.
This is how I use the bathroom. What you gonna do?
So the next person got to have all of me, because I was really young when I got with this person, and I could not do it, or I couldn't have certain conversations around that person that I would when I was with my friends. And my friends would be like, "Girl, tell what's got to." I'm like, "You don't like me when I'm talking like."
Right.
And they was like, "But why though? You're funny." And I didn't notice that I wasn't being my authentic self.
Right, because you don't want to stifle.
So I have to be the next person that comes in my life, he is going to get all of me because I want to be able to still carry on the conversation. If I'm on the phone right now, like if I'm doing a Zoom meeting right now, that person was coming in, I wouldn't want to have to shell down an order for him to come in the room. I want him to say, well, she's just having a conversation on the phone.
And he's going to walk out and he's going to do whatever he needs to do.
He's going to do what he's going to do. And I don't have to try to fake the funk because he came in the room. So
he could walk in the room and you'd be like, yeah, suck it dick. And you'd be like, all right, this conversation not for me. Let me leave.
That's wifey though.
Right.
So with that, like what would be your deal breakers in the relationship? So if you having the first date with this guy, what can he do to make you feel like, oh, that's a deal breaker?
Like a second date is not even gonna happen.
Right.
I don't like a boaster and a bragger. That's a turn off. Somebody that's confident is one thing, but a boaster and a bragger, that is a total turn off to me.
You see how she did her head, a boaster and a bragger? Like
I don't like that. You too cocky. You too cocky, sir. Because if I find out a flaw, then I'm looking because you come at me like you just got all of this stuff. Now I'm looking for a flaw.
Right. You don't want to be like, oh, I like your shoes. And you be like, hey, I paid $700 for these shoes. No, I don't care that you paid $700. I just I like your shoes. Right.
I don't care about that. You pay $100 for these shoes, but when I go in your house, like you ain't got no groceries in there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got nothing to eat.
You can't. All you got is alcohol on the shelf.
Oh, man. Got this stale bread on top of the refrigerator.
But that turn you off if you were to go into a guy's house and it was a total bachelor pad. Would that turn you off from him? Would you be like, you know what? He ain't even like. You remember when we went to Freddie's house, Grace? He was like, yo, this is not a bachelor pad. This is so nice.
It looked like it had a woman's touch to it.
Yep.
Like I mean, the aesthetic was clean.
It's not that he's feminine. That's not it. It's just he's very, it was very masculine.
Right.
But it was very well done. Yeah.
Right. Right. When I say woman's touch, I mean clean.
I don't think they would necessarily, if he don't have kids, and he is just there and he's ultimate bachelor, I don't think that it depends on to what extent how bad it looked. Because it may be, you don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? Your mama wasn't that thing. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know no better. Let me get you over here and I'm going to teach you how we go. You know, you could teach. It's a teachable thing. I ain't too proud because I have my flaws too. Laundry is my flaw.
A lot of men are not going to have a full refrigerated house or a full pantry. Like they're going to eat on the go. They're going to meet up with their boys, or they're going to have lunch or dinner date with
so I'm not that bougie. You know what I'm saying? I can roll with that one.
Yeah. I like that one. I guess my deal breakers would be like, I would say cheating is a deal breaker. I guess until you're in that situation.
Yeah. Right.
And it depends on what form of cheating it is, I guess, you know.
But on your first date, you don't know that.
You don't know that person.
As far as my situations, deal breakers, if you're in a relationship with the guy, what would be a deal breaker for me is if, you know, cheating would be one. If I find out that you have some type of form of commitment phobia, that would be 2. And if you can't get along with my children, that would be 3.
Now that's number 1.
I mean, and like you say, you wouldn't know that like initially on the first date, but you would figure that out like once you start dating that person.
If they're not blending, then if they're not blending, only because it has to be legitimate reasons. It can't be because I don't like the way you look and I don't like the way you come up in here and kiss on my mama. Now it has to be legitimate reasons, like it's a clash.
Right.
It's the reason why I would consider like they just don't mesh. She just don't know how to talk to my son or my daughter right. They feel uncomfortable when they're around.
Especially like if you notice like some anger or aggressiveness.
I mean,
you're like,
that's when I would. But if you just don't like him because you just don't like the way you don't like the way the shoes that he got on his feet.
He don't like the way he smack his mama booty.
Yeah, you don't like it.
At what point can you bring your children around your man?
Right.
This new relationship.
You know, it just depends on the atmosphere because I've always said there's going to be a minute before I bring my kids around a different guy. But it depends on the atmosphere. Like I dated a guy and he made a kid friendly. Like he like a couple of the first date it was with me. The second time he knew that I had kids, so he's like, "Well, I'm where you at? I'm going to the skating rink with my kids." He's like, "I'll bring my kids to the skating rink," and we kind of met up, and it was kind of an easy going thing, and it wasn't like it was introduced that this is my guy that I'm dating. It was just like a friend type thing, like, "Hey, I know this guy, here go his kids," just to see how they blend together. You know what I'm saying? And it made me feel like, hey, I'm dating, but I don't necessarily have to leave my kids on the wayside in order to get to know this person. And just because if you have kids in your life, you don't want to leave. You don't want to have too much of a gap in it, because if you do, and then they don't blend well, then you're already investing time.
Right. And just to mention, tell us how old your children are, because that makes a difference too.
Yeah. So my kids I have a daughter that's 7, and I have a son that's 12, and he'll be 13 next week.
So if your daughter was, let's say your daughter was 3 and your son was 7, just younger. If they were younger,
3 and 7, I don't necessarily have to be in a rush to kind of let them meet.
Right.
But at this time with my age group, I kind of do, because I don't need to invest that much time if I know that it might not be a good fit.
Because they're older too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're older. So, and like my son, he ain't really playing the radio with different guys. He like, Mom,
he don't play about his mama.
On this front. We
Them
don't
boys
really need
don't play.
Nobody over here.
They do not play about their mama.
And that sucks. Like, I feel like that has to suck, because they play a difference between their father and their mother. Like, it's okay for their father to move on. It's okay for their father to have this relationship and be happy. But mommy, you're good. You don't have to be,
because they want to be everything for their mom. They don't need no man. What you need a man for? I'm him.
Real life. Happened to me.
Yes.
Real life. My son said that. He told me, he was like, Mom, I thought we was good. I really was really kicking for no
talking to you like your ex-man talking about, I thought we was good.
I thought we was good over here. You know what I'm saying? Mom, we good. Why you want to bring somebody else in over here?
All right.
And so, I was like, you kind of like, it's a double standard, don't you think?
I'm laughing, but I know that had to have been like difficult for you, because you feel bad. Because I know when I've had that talk with Warren, it's like, dang, like you feel bad, like you don't want to feel guilty for wanting to be with someone, but then you kind of feel like, dang, I don't want my child to feel like they're going to be neglected, because now my attention is going to be on someone else.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's something that you really have to kind of like prep them for. Like, hey, there is going to come a point where mommy is going to be spending a lot of time with someone else.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I kind of like had to do it like why do you feel like it's okay for your father, but not me? Like, you were open arms for whoever your father was dating, but not for me. You kind of like on edge, and you kind of like don't want them to be involved. And if they do, they can't come around on certain times, because that's our time. Right. And it's like a kind of like a restriction a little bit.
And you're going to realize that every time is going to be y'all time. As soon as you want to do something, it's going to be like, well, what about us? I thought we were going to go do.
A restriction. Well, you don't sit your ass down about it, It's like, you feel some type of way, like, hold up now. Now, he was just over here yesterday. Why you got to come 2 days in a row? Right. Now, I was cool yesterday. Now, this is a little bit too much now.
Have you ever had anyone approach you while you were with your children?
No, not yet.
What would that be like?
Well, now I take that back. I not approach me, but look at me in a way that made my son like, Mom. Because I was taking my kids to the skating ring, and I didn't notice it. But my sister and my son noticed it. I was walking in, and the guy kind of like was looking at me all the way until I got to my destination or whatever. And my son told my sister, "Do you see this dude over here looking at my mom up and down like he crazy?" And Mel was like, "Yeah, he was looking at you." And I said, "What happened? What's going on?" He was like, "Dejan was mad because his man was looking at your booty the whole time." And he was staring at that dude while he was looking at your booty the whole time. And I was like, "Hey, dude, look at my booty, look cute in these hands on it."
Exactly.
So dude.
Blocking this stuff. So right. I want to turn the conversation just a little bit.
Okay.
I got a little question. So you have been dating this guy And we're just gonna say it has, he has built up the suspense, and you are ready to do the do with him and with. Have you ever had slow sex? And how did you tell the guy it was slow?
Say what? What kind of sex?
No. You know what slow mean?
No.
Not good. Not good. Not good.
Oh, I never heard that.
Really?
Me either.
Never.
Girl, I was trying to put that conversation on me.
Really? I'm sorry, y'all.
He just old folks too.
It wasn't good. It wasn't good. And how did you tell him it wasn't good?
Oh my gosh. So I had an experience like that. LaDonna knows. I really did have an experience like that. And everything was good on the front end. And I kind of came to work and I told my BFF and I was like, friend, I might have had too much drinks because it wasn't really.
It wasn't hitting on nothing.
I'm not going back. She's like, friend, you gotta go back. You gotta go back. I was like, friend, I can't.
That wasn't good advice, girl.
She was like, you don't think that you don't think that you're able to work with it? You don't think that you're able to? I said, no, the package isn't there.
So sweet. He was very sweet.
So what?
He had a night.
But I told him, I know me. I said, friend, I know me. And if that ain't right,
I don't need you to be sweet. I need the dick to be rough.
I need to be because I'm going astray. You can't talk shit to me if you ain't cutting the mustard. You understand? You ain't cutting the mustard.
I'm so weak.
And you got a problem with me, and you got an attitude problem. I got a problem too. I ain't getting satisfied, bro.
Then you're gonna be catching an attitude for no reason.
So how did you tell
I'm
him?
frustrated.
Friend, tell the people how you
told him. Yeah, how you tell him?
I didn't tell him.
Why would you do that to him? Now he out here slinging all kind of just wag all over the United States.
I feel like I didn't have the heart to tell him because you were good on every other level.
You just like was to tell him now?
No. You know what I told him? I told him a lie. Let me tell him what. Well, I was a lie, but not a lie. I told him that my son wasn't feeling him. And I told him that I wasn't comfortable, putting my son in that position, and that, I kind of like.
So you would rather lie on the baby instead of telling him about himself.
I did. And you know what? He kept on coming and was like, "Tell me the real reason." And I was like, "I told you the real reason." But I felt like he know. You know.
No. You're supposed to confirm that.
How?
Tell him.
That's rough.
That's a man's ego. That's a man's ego. And
you don't have to be rough about it. You can just say, "Hey, look, there's just a little. You might need to do a little bit more caressing, or you might need to do a little this or that, or whatever the case is."
He had the moves.
Then what was it? That.
He just had a wee, just a little wee.
Oh, it was tiny. Oh, okay. See, I thought it was just wag, but it was tiny. Spare his feelings. Yeah,
I had to do that. I couldn't do his manhood like that.
Nah,
it was not the motion in the ocean. It was actually
yeah. Just send you on about your good. Yeah.
Yeah,
I would have did the same
thing. I still like your people.
Okay, yeah. I was totally lost. I really thought it was because it was just whack. I didn't know it was because it was a micro.
No, because I can teach that. I can. Yeah. If you have a good package, then I can tell you what I like and what I don't like. I can have a mature conversation because we grown,
right?
But
so what if you get with a guy? What if you get with a guy? You're liking him and y'all sex life is good. Everything's good. And all of a sudden one day he says, "Babe, what do you think about having a threesome?" How do you respond?
And how soon in a relationship is it okay for him to ask that?
Child, let me tell y'all. I'm going to leave y'all with this. I would never say never because I done said never before and some things been happening and transpired. I got to be in love, and I might, a man will make you do some things you don't think you don't never do. Now I ain't gonna never
say that, friend. Say that.
So a man will tell you, well, you know, you might.
So that's a yes. You would.
It's not a yes, but it's like
dependent on the situation.
It's not a no.
Okay.
It's not a yes, but
it's not a hard no. It's not a hard no, but it's not a easy yes either.
I think keeping an open mind about it is good. I think that's really good because you never know. You may not feel like it or want to now, and you never know how you're going to feel like a few months from now or next year or whatever the case is.
Right.
Look, I think I told you this before, Grace. My sister was like, "What you being like?"
Yes. These are not the devils. I'm sorry. Chandra, I love you.
But it may not be like that. It may be just a spur of thing.
A little fun for one time.
But like, I also told you, it just depends on the person who you're with too. You can't just like feel like you're gonna have all of that fun, and then the person who you're with is just not into it. Then you just might as well just get it out your mind, or not be that person.
Or it's going to continue to keep going back for more TI.
Because some of these niggas get greedy. They get greedy.
They get greedy. They ain't no good.
So keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. There's nothing wrong with keeping an open mind.
Yeah, keep an open mind. I say keep an open mind. I'm not gonna never just say give a hard no. Like I would never turn my nose. I'll be like, it just depends on the situation and how I'm feeling and how we feeling. And if we vibing at the same time and you might get me, then you may. But if not, and I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna do it.
Right. Look, let me ask you a question. Oh, wait.
Go ahead.
Where is like the weirdest place, not weirdest, or like maybe weirdest place that you've ever met a guy? Like sex club, grocery store?
I haven't met anyone. I'm kind of lame on that end. I've always met someone in like a traditional way. I ain't really met them, but you know, I'm grown. We say we in our 30s, so I never say never.
Never.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. As long as you vibe with the person, you're okay with someone approaching you, like maybe in the most random places.
Yeah, definitely. I'll give someone a shot. It just depends on the right time, the right place. Because, you know, in my mood, you know, you can't really approach me every day and you might get the same person like that. Like if I'm not in the mood that day and I kind of see you in an alley, but you coming out of a sex club and I don't really know, and I'm just getting out my
and he like, hey, shorty, what's up?
Wait a minute, and I would. You know, I'm not gonna be very like open to them.
Right. But like, where did you just come from, sir?
Right.
I don't know where you came from.
You kind of scared me a little bit.
Right.
So what was the worst date you've ever been on?
What was the worst dates? I haven't been on many dates because like the person that I was with them so long. And I was with them over 11 years. My kid's father, and I had when we split and broke ways, I had to do some soul searching and I had to find myself and I had to figure out who I was, what I like, because I am 30. And if I say I was with someone over 11 years, that means I was damn near in high school when I met them. And so I had to figure out what grown woman with me like.
So that means dating is going to look completely different from what you're used to.
And it's totally different. I had to figure out what I liked and what I had loved me, because I couldn't introduce someone or bring someone else to me, and I wasn't content with myself. I was still all over the place, or I still just did what that person wanted me to do, and kind of went to I went from being in love to being a mother to forgetting about me. So I don't have a lot of
and that's important though. That's so important. Like you really have to, like, we're not going to fully know ourselves completely, but you have to be at a point where you know what you want for yourself, and you have to be at a point where you know you're not going to accept, and it can't be the same things that you have accepted before in a prior relationship, because you've grown.
It will make and break or a new relationship.
Yes, absolutely.
So, not knowing things that you like, because you can get in the relationship with the same type of man and not even know it.
Right.
And you
get caught up into that
soul searching.
You get sucked into doing things like
this is 4 years for me for being single, and I'm just now able to step out on the scene and say, hey, I am my own woman. Hey, I know what I want. Hey, I'm a big deal, and I'm the prize. But at first, I couldn't go out there and I could not date and have all these expectations of a guy for me. And I didn't even know what I wanted for myself. I didn't even know what type of guy. I couldn't do that.
Are you comfortable with setting your boundaries now that you know what you want? I'm
definitely comfortable with setting my boundaries. I think that too. I was talking to my sister about it, and I was like, you know what? I am content with being by myself. I am content. Before, being by myself scared me. Being by myself made me feel depressed. Being by myself made me feel like alone, like nobody loved me. And I didn't know what to do. It was like a very scary space. But I had to sit in it. And I had to actually sit in it and find some stuff that you want to do. It's okay with being by yourself. It's okay going out to dinner by yourself and saying table for one. Yes.
What made you feel like that though? What made you feel like being by yourself? Was it like influenced by things that you've heard other people say, like things that
No, it was just because of the environment. It was just because of how it transpired. I've been with this guy since I was in high school. So that's in high school, you have a whole group of friends. Then when you graduate, your friends kind of dwindle and you make new friends for college if you go to college, or if you go off to work, you make a new dynamic of friends. And so you go from your high school friends to a new dynamic friends, and you're always with someone. And so you're always surrounded by people. You're not necessarily by yourself. And then when you get to grown women or you have a child, your priorities change once you have a child. Yeah, once your priorities change when you have a child. So you have those type of moments when you're just dealing with your child and you're dealing with your relationship, and your friends kind of go by the wayside, but not, And so then when you split, and those friends that you have with your attached partner, they choose what side they want to go on or not. You know what I'm saying? Your circle kind of dwindles too. So when you're by yourself, you have to kind of sit in like, dang, what I'll do next? Yeah. Like, dang, who is for me? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you have those moments and you feel alone. You don't know who against you or who for you. You have all type of emotions running through your brain, and you kind of want to be by yourself. But then when you're by yourself, you kind of have all these thoughts going in your head. Right. Yeah. And you have to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah. And I can only imagine that that's difficult, because that's kind of how it would be for me. You know what I mean? I've been with my person forever. So if I was to ever get back into the dating world, then it would be like, what in the hell did I get myself into?
It's like a mourning. It's like a mourning of death. Like if you've been with a person for a long time, it's like a mourning.
And it's so different for men and women, because men will jump back into a relationship just that quick.
Because some of them don't have the responsibility like the women, because I mean, for the most part, but there's a lot of men who do take on the parental role on a full-time basis. But at the same time, the woman is expected to take care of the kids full-time, and then they have all the freedom and the responsibility.
Yep.
So, and they're able definitely. So you got to find babysitters. You got to find
because that's up to you.
You got to find some. You have a different type of priority list that you're going off of, and they're free. They kind of like free. They get their weekends where you assign weekends, so they already know when they're gonna get their children. But other than that, they're free to do and have, come and go. But you know what? As a mother, you kind of wanna. You don't want all these people coming in and out, and you just don't. Right. So, but grown and sexy being a mom, I think that I've handled it well.
Grown and sexy.
I love that. Grown and sexy and being single as a mom, baby. I think I'm doing it. Ain't nobody wrote no book on it. And nobody wrote no book on it yet, so I'm doing me.
Look, there's no book to be written on it. Okay, this is a play-by-play basis.
Yeah.
You got to do this shit on the fly. Okay.
On the fly. I made it day by day. I made it.
That's it. Shoot. Okay, you guys. Whit had to go, but we were done with her, and we thank her so much for
Yeah.
letting us get a little insight from
Yes.
a little 30 something dating. Because I don't
Yeah.
know what it's like to date no more. I don't look. I heard it's hard out here in these streets.
I heard it's
I don't
hard.
want to be in that. I'll be by myself, child. Well, maybe temporarily. Then you start getting lonely, like she said. You like, you know what? Let me call. Let me see if this number still works.
In my roller derby.
My Rolodex, because it's been that long. Because it's not even ain't no iPhone no more. It's in my little black book somewhere.
Let me go to my little black book and my Rolodex, girl.
Right.
Oh, yes. But Whitney was amazing. But you know what time it is, girl.
It is girlfriend talk time.
Yes, girlfriend talk. We're gonna be looking at episode 21 from season 7 to be determined. When Joan thought it was a great idea to ask Aaron to marry her. She thought it was a great idea. She was tired of waiting.
Joan been waiting for a long time. How many men that it was Sean? Then after Sean, it was what? The guy with the hips?
Big booty. Then at some point she had
it was Ellis, but then it was the restaurant guy too. It was the restaurant guy too. And then the other actor that she stalked and called his voicemail so many times, that was another one. They didn't date for too long, but you get the picture. She ain't successful in it.
But she said she was not here for letting Aaron go. She was in love. Aaron was long. What do you feel about nowadays? Women are so strong. We're so, aggressive, much more than usual. And you have more women these days that are okay with proposing to a man.
And Joan proposed to Aaron because she got tired of waiting to see if he was going to propose to her.
I know, right? It's a hard one because it's like, how hard for me should I wait? It's not a hard decision. Like, to me personally, would I propose? I definitely wouldn't propose to a man. But it's like when you feel like you found someone that fits you, sometimes men get complacent with the situation and the relationship, right? Okay. So if they're complacent with it, they're not really wanting to make any changes in it, even though we're waiting for that big change, which is the proposal.
So I am not going to settle for a man who has already have commitment issues. You're not even about to ask me, and you're not even sure if you want to be with me. No, and we've already talked about this. I do believe in certain gender roles, and I do believe it makes me sick to my stomach if I see some woman get down on her knees and propose to a man. That is a different level of submitting that I am just like,
Just because it's not me and your thing doesn't mean I'm going to shit on a woman that decides to do it. Do I think it is the right way to do things? No, I feel like if a man wants to be with you long term in the marriage role as husband and wife, he would get on one knee and he would ask you. Or, if he doesn't, he will continue to lead you on. And for there is for you to decipher whether this relationship is something you're willing to deal with or not. As we talk about a lot, is it a deal breaker for you to be in a long-term relationship with a person without commitment?
Oh, girl.
Some people are okay with that. Some
people are, and that's okay. That is okay. Yeah. You guys agreed upon that. That is perfectly fine. But at the same time, I am not going to be in a long-term relationship with someone where I don't even know where you stand on marriage. I'm wasting my time with you. And if you don't believe,
Go ahead. I want you to
I'm just saying, if you don't believe that I want to be proposed to, I'm not giving you a timeline, but I am definitely, if we're at a certain point in our relationship and I've expressed to you that once we get to a certain point, we need to be getting married. And if you're not willing to do that, that's fine. But I am not about to get on my knee, my bad knees, and ask you to
in my pretty dress and ask you to marry me. No. But then there's another side to this. Men are like, if you just would have waited, like Aaron was working with Maya and Lynn to try to,
facilitate a proposal because she was premature.
Right. But it's like, damn, how long are we supposed to wait? How long is too long?
But they weren't even dating that long. He just got the house settled.
He did.
They were arguing over appliances. She's spending too much money on the stove and this and that. And then you finally get like that. Y'all already going into it with a little craziness, but
but that's because Joan is a control freak.
She is a control freak. I get it though.
If I was to pull it back to just us right now, men are in our day and age, our generation, they will prolong a relationship until you almost make them give them an ultimatum to marry you or go away.
Well,
why? I don't understand. Why would you want me? Why would you want to be in this long-term relationship without the commitment of being married? Like, it's especially if I've expressed that that's my ultimate goal. Then don't you know that that's going to be something I expect from you? That's going to be my standard. So why would you prolong this relationship, prolong my life, take these days from my life?
You know why? Because I think just like we expect men to change in some aspect, they probably expect a woman to either forget about it or probably and just string them along a little longer than usual.
I've never thought about it that way.
Like we have our expectations of them. We like to, this is no secret. We both on both spectrums, we connive a little bit. Like I want you to do for me what I want you to do for me. And if stringing you along is a part of that, and just you have to know when, hey, you've been stringing me along for too long.
And I think men are okay with figuring out what their circumstances are going to be, like what the what's going to happen after they make the decision. They're okay with it, like prolonging these relationships and seeing how she's going to take it. Yeah, they don't care about her feelings per se. They're kind of, to me, they're kind of selfish. It's just like, let me see how long she'll let me go with being comfortable until she makes me uncomfortable.
Well, of course. I mean, that right there is selfishness within itself. I mean, when you want to go to a different level with someone, when you just don't want anyone to be your girlfriend anymore. You want them to be your wife. So if these conversations are not being had, and the thing is with Joan and Aaron, they were having the conversations. It just wasn't moving fast enough for her. So that, in my perspective, that was way too premature. And honestly, she had egg on her face, and it was deservingly so, because give him some time. He didn't string her along. He wanted to get things in order.
He did. And I think she just had so many failed relationships that she felt like, I can't go through this again.
I don't want to lose him. And I get that. But let that man be a man too now. Let him be a man.
I'm going to try my best, because I am a strong woman and I am not without flaws. I'm going to try my best to allow a man to be a man. And that's one of those things that I want him to be the aggressor at. I want him to want me to be his wife. I'm sure at some point in the relationship, the man is going to be like, you know what? She wants this to go to the next level. She is acting as if I'm her. She wants me to go to that next level with her.
Right.
So now it's on me.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, Joan, you can have it, because
I ain't doing it.
I ain't doing it, girl. More power to the women that do.
Power. I was just about to say more power to the women, because they are very strong.
And that takes a strong individual.
Yeah, so I saw this video. I don't know, I think it was on Facebook or something. But I saw this video, and this woman was in the airport. She had just met this man on a dating app, which personally, I don't think I would ever do dating apps because I'm a traditional woman. Not traditional, how
you just like to meet them old school way.
Yeah, I like to meet them the old school way. But she met him on an app. They hit it off. She was falling for him. So he was coming to meet her. She met him in the airport, girl, in a wedding dress.
Oh.
And asked him to marry her in front of her friends.
I think I vaguely remember passing by a video like this.
Girl, I said,
but it was the first time meeting.
It was the first time meeting. She stole all of that experience, that experience from him. Because she wanted to do that, but he needed to get to know her a little bit more. Women have to stop. Some women have to stop being so desperate, so impatient, and allow the process to be a process.
Allow it to just flow. When you allow it to just flow, you just have no idea how smooth of a transition that relationship is going to be. And if it's not, then you're going to know it, and then you're going to be like, okay, bye. This is not for me. But if you're forcing something, then it's okay, well, I don't know if this is authentic and genuine, or if it's just because I'm threatening to cut your throat if you leave me.
Right. Some women are just I can see that them listening to the podcast and these are two married women talking about how easy it is to allow a relationship to flow. Yo, we're not saying that. I'm just saying there's no reason you should allow a man to take you to the point where you need to propose to him. You show your qualities of being a great woman, a great wife, a great support system to him, and then allow him to make that choice. Because if he doesn't initially make that choice, then he's not ready.
Right. And it's not about letting a good man get away, because honestly, if he wanted you, he wouldn't let you get away, and he wouldn't let you get down on your knees. Unless it's you know what I'm saying?
Yes. And it doesn't mean that your worth goes down because you think that this man is so good and you don't want him to get away, but he hasn't asked you to marry him. Sis, he just may not be your man. It's a lot of good men in the world. Don't let nobody tell you different.
But you know where I hear they're few and far in between. They're out there. Keep hope alive.
Keep hope alive. I like that episode. It gives you a little. It gives you.
I mean, I'm a girlfriend fanatic anyway. I just love the girlfriends. I just love them. I think this is going to be the third time I watched the series.
Yeah.
I mean, season 8 is just not for me. That's the worst one for me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
It was going to be their last
season.
What?
Come on. Metro is just looking like, are you going to be done or what? Because, come on, boy. You want to tell everybody hi? Say hi.
Hey, Metro. Hi.
So we are about to go ahead and get off because, like I said, Metro he's bothering me. He's telling me he's ready to go.
Mommy, I want my time.
He hadn't seen me all weekend, and none of my babies seen me all weekend, and we are about to go spend some quality time and go eat and get our grub on. Yes. So if you guys have any episodes of Girlfriends or the game, because we're still gonna have to go back and do giving you the game. But if you guys have any recommendations for any episodes you want to talk about, or if you have any questions, if you want to just say, hey girls, send us an email at ask2dopegirls@gmail.com. That's ask2dopegirls@gmail.com. And you can hit me up at Graceface with 2 underscores on IG.
And Naturally Pretty on IG.
And you guys hit us up on Twitter and IG at 2 Dope Girls Pod. And also go look at the YouTube videos, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff.
Don't forget, you guys, we are on all platforms. Don't just listen. Go ahead, subscribe to us so you can get our newest episode every Tuesday, hitting early in the morning. So you can get it while you're working out, on your way to work, whatever you're doing early, you can go ahead and listen to it and be about that dope girl life.
Yeah. So until next time, you guys.
2 dope girls.
Bye.
Dope girls, dope the dope girls. Dope girls, dope the dope girls. Dope the dope girl. Dope the dope